Right. It's a fine morning. I'm in Haathipaon, which is about 4 kilometers above Mussoorie. I'm at Mr. George Everest's estate. Um, I admit I didn't really know that much about Sir George Everest actually, because he was knighted when he went back. I didn't know much about him besides the fact, obviously, that Mount Everest was named after him, uh, and that he was a member of the East India Company. But a little bit of digging around, and it appears that Mr. Everest was one of those rare uh, recruits of the East India Company who was interested in things other than plunder and loot and pillage of India. He was an academic, a surveyor, and a geographer, and was posted in India and served as the Surveyor General of India in the early 19th century. And most interestingly, he was a he was a humble man and believed that since he had nothing to do with ascertaining the height of Mount Everest, uh, it shouldn't be named after him. And even more interestingly, felt that his name Everest was going to be difficult to pronounce for the locals, especially in Hindi, and therefore it didn't make sense to name the mountain after him. Um, well, as it turns out, it was named after him, and I'm glad it was because, these are the sort of people who should be remembered. However, his house, even though it's still standing, which is quite extraordinary given that it is over 200 years old and really nothing has been done to maintain it. My fellow countrymen will be happy to note that our great national tradition of vandalism continues unabated at Mr. Everest's house. So, well, there's Vishal, there's Poonam and Anil, Neha and Ashish, Sonu weds Garima. Alright then. Jana weds Jahan. Okay. Sandy loves Anjali. Sandy, you do not spell your name with an E. Well, look at that. Irfan loves Neha. Oh dear, Irfan. Best of luck with that, bro. You're gonna have some trouble there. Sonu, I love you. Or Sonali, I love you. Alright. Um, Unbelievable. I've never quite understood how this works. All these ardent declarations of love, well, they deserve a canvas, don't they? Anmol loves Sona. Alright, miss you. Okay. I feel like I have the perfect solution. I feel that love is nothing can come in the way of love, really. And all of these things are futile and oppressive, and people should be allowed to willfully and freely deface any monument they want, uh, with one caveat in place. That, for example, oh, hang on a second, no, it's going to be the other way around. Anyway, I'll just read it out to you. So, therefore, if Zainab loves Rizwan, or Ayush loves Neha, or Sahil loves Zoya, or Divyani loves Nirbhay, fantastic. Full power to you guys. However, if you've decided to etch your timeless love on a timeless monument, then please, you've got to stay with each other forever and ever and ever. Forever. Forever. If you part ways, then you're going to have to pay for this shit. And you should be fined and you should be thrown into some worldly purgatory because your love is eternal. And really, you're not allowed to part ways. Really. You should come and paint over this place if you part ways. You should pay for the fucking damage. Anyway, pointless getting so sarcastic first thing in the morning. Have a good day, people. It's gorgeous up here in Mussoorie. I'm glad I'm not in Delhi. Cheers.